Very nice. My name is Borat. For the millions of watching, for the thousands in attendance, can we have a moment of silence for the last episode of Beast Mode for Modern Warfare 3? Now, let's get ready to rumble! What's up, guys? It's OptimuSBeasT. I'm back to you, bringing you another episode of Beast Mode, another versus part in my new series that I intended to start a couple days ago. Today we have Primetime, Deion Sanders, and we have welcome to Revis Allen, Darrelle Revis, two of the best quarterbacks to ever play in the NFL, competing head to head. Let's go. Who you guys think's gonna win? I know who I'm already gonna pick, but I don't know who you guys are gonna pick. Well, let's get into it. Darrelle Revis was drafted about 5 years ago out of the University of Pitt. It's a school in Pittsburgh. He also went to high school in Pittsburgh. I know that because I researched Darrelle Revis. I actually study him and I actually watched all his playing just so I can learn from him because I play the exact same position. Now Deion Sanders was drafted by the Atlanta Falcons. Most of you probably don't know that since he spent most of his career with Dallas. But yes, he was actually drafted by the Atlanta Falcons. And Deion Sanders at that time was probably the fastest person in the NFL. It was either him or it was either Darrell Green, who played for the Redskins, who was also a cornerback and is also in the top 10. They were probably the fastest people in the NFL. Deion Sanders, when comparing Deion Sanders to Darrelle Revis, Deion Sanders is a lot faster than Darrelle Revis, but at the same time, Darrelle Revis is a lot more aggressive and stronger. As Darrelle Revis, I likes to press all his wide receivers, but the same thing that Deion Sanders did. That they both are pretty much lockdown corners. That's the main topic. So they're both very locked down and they're both very good at what they do. Now, I give a little edge to Deion Sanders because he also return kicks. He also play a little special teams. While Darrelle Revis is just a defensive person only. Sorry about this. This match I went into host migration. I hate when he does that. People back out. But like I was saying, Deion Sanders is a more overall balanced player because he does kickoffs and stuff. Darrelle Revis doesn't. But I'm not mad at him for that. Now, who has a harder competition? I don't know that's a good question because when Deion Sanders was cornerback, there was some good wide receivers, but I don't know if they are the same caliber as the wide receivers now. 2 years ago, Darrelle Revis shut down the entire NFL. All the big play receivers, from Andre Johnsons to Calvin Johnson to Larry Fitzgerald to all those big names, to Reggie Wayne, to Randy Moss, to Terrell Owens, Chad Johnson twice in game in the regular season, and then the following week in the playoffs 2 times in a row. These were top caliber receivers that play in the playoffs, and he just shut them down with ease. Now to me, that's pretty impressive for a person to do, especially to watch Megatron. If you don't know who Megatron is, if you have Man 13, look on the cover. He's number 81 for the Detroit Lions. His name is Calvin Johnson. They call him Megatron. I'm Optimus Prime, so I'm gonna have to give him the beat down. I'm just playing, guys. But Megatron is probably the hardest wide receiver to cover in the NFL, if you ask me. One, because he's like 6 foot something. He's also fast and he's very strong. And how do you watch that as a corner when you're not even 6 foot? Darrelle Revis is like 5'11", but he just has the thing. He's just very good at what he does because he knows the aspects of corner. Plus he presses the receiver, so he gets kind of an advantage on the start of the ball. But I don't know if Calvin Johnson would be the hardest to watch, because then I forgot about Deshaun Jackson, Percy Harvin, Mike Wallace, Wes Welker, all those very quick guys off the line. And because when you press it, if you lunge, you're already beat at that second. Like, pressing is not as easy as most people think. Playing corner is probably the second hardest position in the NFL, next to quarterback, because one, you're on an island all by yourself and you're just alone, and two, you're the only person on the team that's physically matched up 1-to-1 with another athlete. Everybody else has help and is in an environment of chaos where everything's kind of cluttered. Corner, you're all by yourself. If you get burnt, that's all you. You may have safety help sometimes, but 99% of the time, you'll be playing man to man, and you're pretty much going to be on an island by yourself. I mean, when I was in high school, I took the slogan from Revis. I said, "Welcome to East Island," and I said that before every play. I told the receiver, "Welcome to East Island. You ain't do nothing," and they didn't do nothing. I mean, I was that guy. I do this for exercise. But my choice in winning this, I'm gonna have to give the airs to Deion Sanders, just because he's primetime Monday night. He's a beast, and in his day and age, I think the competition was a little harder just because there wasn't all these sissy rules. But I give Darrelle Revis 5 more years, he will be better. That's my opinion. Thank you for watching the last episode of BeasTmode Full Month 3. Let's get a block of 2. Let's go. Hey, fucking daddle.